Okay, hello. We are here. Hello, everybody. Just wanted to say I hope everybody is having a very kind, loving, safe, wonderful evening, night. I just did a lot of work, so I'm a little bit like tired, but in a good way. Just like my body is like, oh, my back is killing me, and like all this stuff. Today's episode's called Cleaning Out My Closet. And it's funny because the song Cleaning Out My Closet by Eminem is about like talking to his mom and that kind of stuff. But I just got to hang out with my mom for the last like whatever amount of hours. So it was really great. We cleaned out the garage together. We had to do a garbage day. And if if you were a garbage man at this time and you saw how much stuff that we put out there, uh-oh. It was literally like an entire garage full of stuff, pretty much. It was like crazy. So, but it is the bulk item day. It's not like it's just some random day. It says like once a month or every couple of weeks, there's like a bulk item, like clearance or whatever. So that's what tomorrow is. So we ended up having like multiple car seats, like children's car seats there. We had like 4 bags of garbage. We had like all of this random wood, just like piles and piles of plastic bags that my grandma was saving forever. So it's been interesting going through all this stuff and even just like connecting it back to all of the things that we're just finding from like our past as well too. Maggie, my sister, she had like multiple boxes out there. So I actually wanted to show you guys some of the stuff that I found of hers out here. I'm not going to get rid of any of the stuff that I think she was saying that she wants to get rid of some of these tapes and stuff. So I was going to just show everybody these. But I'll ask her first. But I wanted to show you guys anyways because so many of them are like classics. So that'll be a little bit later. I also, there's been something about like the winter or whatever we're going through right now that I've just been so lethargic. Like I've been like waking up at like 1 something, but I've been going to bed at like 5 in the morning. I'm not gonna lie about that. But so how many hours is that? 5, 7, 8 hours. So it's still 8 hours of sleep. So I guess it's okay. But like, and then I'll wake up, I'll go downstairs, I'll eat for a little bit, you know, I'll eat breakfast, I'll hang out for a bit, eat lunch. Then I'll come back up at like 3:30 or something like that. And then I'll like sleep again. Like, what the hell? Like, and that'll be for like another like hour or something. And then I'll get up, just like work on some shit. I haven't really worked on like actually worked on anything today, even though I wanted to, you know? So, we shall see like how it all goes down. I have like a, what is it? A submission that I need to be working on as well, but I sent it off to a couple people. So I'm hopefully going to get some like input on that, which I would love. I'm trying to like, oh, wow. As I'm saying that, I just clicked on it and then somebody is in there right now working on it. Oh, interesting. Interesting how that all connects. But yeah, and just being able to put myself in the position to feel like I'm being productive. At the same time, like I've been reading so many memes and things like that where they're just like, honestly, it's okay if you haven't been productive, and it's just it's all good, you know? Like what's the point of like forcing the hustle when it's not like you're not feeling it as much? I was really feeling it for a couple days before that. So and then we ended up doing so much work with the garage. So maybe I was just like getting my energy ready for that. Sometimes I think that I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna like take some time, chill, and then save up my energy. And then we did expend a lot of energy after, even though my mom is still downstairs like working on stuff, so she's just like always going. So good for her. She's just such like badass. I appreciate, yeah, it's being like back in the house with her. Like it's just helped me appreciate how much she does for the household, and like you know, just so grateful for that. And yeah, it's just like showing me how much more I can be doing in the house as well too. And I think that I'll probably do a little bit more. Obviously, it's not going to be to the level that she has. She has like so much experience. She's killing it. So, but yeah, the food is so good tonight too. Like every day, she just always has something special. And just the soup that she made is just so wholesome. It's like the winter melon and like some I guess like spare ribs in it, and chicken feet, and just like so much good, delicious food, wholesomeness. That's what it feels like, you know, a lot of wholesomeness. But yeah, today I'm going to show you guys some of these random tapes that I found. I will have to go through my sister to see if she wants to keep any of these, but I don't think she doesn't have a VCR, so I don't know if she will. But here we go. I'm going to show you guys. So check this out. We have a random Universal Studio video. I don't know what it entails exactly, but it also has like a merch thing that's inside of it. Bam. Old school, very old school. This backpack's really cool. I really like this backpack. But yeah, this is like an old school tape box. Check that shit out. I have no idea what that's from. All right. Wow. The Amazing Panda Adventure. Wow. Looks like it's falling apart. Who stars in it? Stephen Lang. I never heard of this movie. Amazing Panda Adventure. Whoa. Pokemon Mewtwo Returns. Mewtwo Returns. Damn. Old school for sure. These are definitely my sisters, though. I could tell just by them. Hey Arnold. I didn't really watch Hey Arnold. I don't know much about that. Oh, this next one is definitely mine. Definitely mine. Batman Mask of the Phantasm. Old school. Pretty dope. I loved this movie. It was so dark and like super cool. Had like a really cool scene with Joker in it. It was like really awesome. Yeah, I was like really young. Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Oh man, I saw the funniest meme about this where it shows like them reading a book, and then the one of the bears is sitting beside the dude who's reading the book, and he's like, read that part where she burns her whore mouth again. It was so stupid. Okay. Disney Toy Story classic here. Awesome. Another classic, ultimate classic, Aladdin. I don't know if I could part with any of these guys now that I'm looking at some of these. Maybe like Hey Arnold or Universal Studios, but Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh. The Many Adventures. Walt Disney's masterpiece. That's nice. Guys, there's so many bangers here. Okay, let's see. A Bug's Life. That's really good. Yes. Randy Newman just killing it with all the music, eh? 101 Dalmatians. Guys, these are like the classics with the tapes inside. Like, damn, looking cute little. Wow. Peter Pan, classic too. Such an awesome story. Yes. Oh my gosh. So we got 6 more here. Bam. Alice in Wonderland. That's pretty sweet. Anybody got a tape? We found like multiple VCRs too. Cinderella. Anybody into Cinderella? Man, I remember watching this movie for the first time too. The mice. I always related to like the weird side characters. I never like felt like I was one of the. Obviously in Cinderella, I wouldn't have felt that, but or in like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I've been told that I'm actually all 7 of the dwarfs at different times. That I have that many personalities. That I am dopey, sleepy, sneezy, grumpy, bashful, happy, and Doc at different times. So that's an interesting noticing about me. Oh yeah, you're all of these different. Okay, here we go. We got the Black Cauldron. I never really watched this one. I don't know if you guys saw this. Let's read it. Disney's 25th full-length animated classic, Black Cauldron is a heroic adventure that fills the screen with magic and wonder, overflowing with colorful characters, trailblazing animation, and non-stop action. This critically acclaimed film can now be enjoyed on video for the first time ever. In the mystical land of Prydain, a young boy named Taran, who dreams of a future as an invincible warrior, finds himself leading a real-life quest. In a race against the evil Horned King, Taran must be the first to find the mysterious Black Cauldron, or the Horned King will unleash its powers and take over the world. With the help of a magic sword, an enchanting princess, an adorable clairvoyant pig, and a funny little creature named Gurgi, Taran overcomes winged dragons, the king's monstrous henchmen, 3 batty witches, and more, and learns nothing is as powerful as courage and friendship. So you guys can see. I like this. See this character I relate to right here. See? All these random weird characters. Looks pretty cool though. I like that one. Bambi. Anybody into Bambi? Awesome. And finally, the pièce de résistance, guys. The culmination, the ultimate, my top 5 favorite Disney movies of all time. Fa Mulan. Yes. Mulan. We have the classic tape of it. Guys, how awesome is this? Interesting story. When we were kids, we saved up so many books that were the collectors of all of these Disney movies and stuff, and then also tapes. And then it was probably, I don't even remember how old I was. I think I was in my teenage years, and somebody stole our van. They broke into our house, jacked a bunch of shit, including a TV and that kind of stuff, and then stole our van and then drove it. But then it was out of gas, luckily. So then they ended up going to the gas station, and then they didn't. Excuse me. They went to the gas station to go fill up the gas, and then they ended up not knowing how to do it for some. I don't know, how do you not know how to fill up gas? And then the gas casket thing or whatever was open, and they left the car there, and then they just ran off with like a bunch of stuff, but like our Disney stuff was one of them. It was like, what are you stealing our Disney things for? So I'm so glad that we found some of these items, and that people aren't they didn't get away with stealing our awesome shit, you know. So I appreciate that. So another thing that I wanted to share with you guys is actually, I'm gonna read you guys a poem first. There's something about this book that I keep coming back to. I don't know. There's something in here that I need to be hearing. So I'm going to just keep reading through this book. But it's been awesome the last couple of days. I've learned a lot of stuff here. So let me just go here. Okay. Conceptually, spiritually, conceptually, spiritually, evidently, visually, seeing to believing everything we hear, senses nonsensical, parentical, paranoia, possibilities arise, losing lives, deeply personal dives digging into the crevices, looking back memories are devices, reminders of who we used to be, knowing how far I have come, but the wholeness of journeys, reform, adore. Fear consumes our every move until we confront our shortcomings, fallen off, forgetting goals, filling time with what's presented, campus capabilities, access to services, commercialization of education, take away accessibility to necessary, right for the position, chosen with precision but decision, then reveal true colors, authority, disconnect, disappointed with those in power, need to water flowers, midday showers, celebrate the surprise, unknown reconnects to our zone, showcasing our home, through lack of our seeking return. What do we hold dearly? Or move forward next stage, how to engage, connect to the path laid out in front of me. Accept my direction, listen to the messages, ego, here we go. Fights to be seen, but it all works so clean. It's a dream. These bumps in the road, eyes grown, I can see them coming. Overwhelmed, I'm used to running. Most importantly, it's loving. Release in the air, the doves, flying to freedom, seeing the sky, the blue skies. As vast unknown, where is next? Together weathers the storm. Collective goal when needs to change. Size, emphasize, difficulties, pained existence, friends resistance, cancel culture, carnivorous showers. Showers. Protection necessary, caring legendary. Okay. Man, this one has so much stuff in this. It's so much packed into such a this one was like a very dense. That's what I noticed about this. But there's multiple things that were important. The paranoia, talking about paranoia and the possibilities arise and losing lives. Like, I find that, like, I was talking to my mom about this too, just the idea of, like, she says that she's like fearful, or she gets scared in the house sometimes. And so she'll stay in her room so she doesn't have to get up or go anywhere because she's fearful. And then I was talking to her about what I learned, the idea that once you start being able to identify, because I was like, what are you scared of? She's like, I don't even know. And I'm like, well, that fear is coming from that place of the unknown. So the more that you add this like label of I don't know to it, the more fear that's going to be coming into your life, and it's just going to amplify and become so daunting and overwhelming that you just don't want to go and do anything. So I think that that fear is important to acknowledge, which is great that she's telling me that. I really appreciated that, and that's a great step. And then being able to like talk to her about the idea of like, okay, well, just take the time to like not immediately get overwhelmed and feel so fearful and then frozen, but like acknowledge I'm scared right now, and then allow your, not to like force yourself to figure out, but like be like, oh, what am I afraid of? What am I paranoid about? What am I worried about? What am I scared of? And being able to identify that, take the time that you need. You know, a lot of things just come with time. It's just like being so patient in it. And it's hard because it's like, we're like, oh, we only have so many hours in the day. Especially my mom, she's always working on stuff, you know? So it's like, it makes me understand like how important it is to like have time to reflect and just chill. And but also at the same time, like I was saying earlier, sometimes I do too much of that. So it's finding that balance within myself to make sure that I'm still doing the work that I need to be, and yeah, not letting myself get lost in just like resting and doing nothing there. So fear consumes our every move until we confront our shortcomings, fallen off, forgetting goals, filling time with what's presented. So yeah, it's like just we're not able to actually take the steps we need and do what we need when fear takes over us. I also talk about the idea of commercialization of education here randomly, which I never really talk about. So it's interesting because I actually got an email from one of the universities that I was just looking at their stuff, and just how much things that they need from my old school to like apply for school. Just to get into applying, you have to do so much work. So it's really important, I think, that I'm obviously, if I really want to go, then I'm gonna have to do the work and like put the time and energy into it. But also just seeing how much commercialization it is, like a little bit of a turnoff, I think. And it's making me wonder, like, is it because it's an establishment and like the way that they do things is such a boxed in concept that like it's making me feel weary or weird or uncomfortable about it? Because I think I do have challenges, or I don't really like certain establishments that are like purely made for like money making. So that's one of the things. I have to choose a school that really caters to that concept. Obviously, they are all going to cost a lot of money to go back to school, but it's just like, and then the lack of, okay, through lack of or seeking return, what do we hold dearly? So it's like making sure that I'm honoring and seeing what it is that I need to be doing to go into the next steps of what it is that I'm wanting. And a lot of that was talked about yesterday with the winter solstice. So I don't know if you guys know anything about winter solstice, but yesterday the 21st was the winter solstice. And it actually talked a lot about our personal growth and what it is that we're experiencing and how we're able to make sure that we're connecting to it spiritually properly. So it said the spiritual meaning of winter solstice is in its symbolism for darkness and patiently waiting for light. The winter solstice signifies the final moments of peaceful solitude we might have before the busier season of spring arrives. We are encouraging during this time to enjoy the stillness while we have it. So yeah, this really was helpful for me yesterday. So it was good to like connect to that and learn from that. So which I appreciated. And these transitionary periods, I always feel them, I think, heavier. So a lot of times I do end up like in bed. So it makes, excuse me, it makes a lot of sense. Avoid that. Okay, cool. So for today's PawPaw's Closet, I got an awesome one. Okay, so this is the PawPaw's Closet bag, but it's all, get ready for it, guys. It's all bags today. It's all bags. Little purses. Little purses. So this one's pretty cool. I don't know exactly what it is. I don't really know much about purses and stuff, so you guys could let me know if you like any. Well, this one's pretty cool. Mundy cowhide. So it's like this. You open it up, and there's a mirror inside. For all you vain people, And then it has a second little right here. Then on top there's one here, and there's that. It closes like that. And then it's got a nice little strap, cowhide too, so it's pretty nice. Cool. All right, what do we got here? We got another one. It's kind of flat, like short. It's a short, fat one, I guess. It's got cool, like nice inside here too. It's pretty big. Yeah, so lots of space in this one. All right. And if later on you're watching this and you contact me, just give me the number of it or like take a screenshot. Whoa, this thing's pretty cool. This looks like a fancy one. Okay, okay. Genuine leather. This is pretty cool. This one's really nice, actually. It's like a mid-size one. It looks pretty dope. And yeah, it's got lots of space in it. I don't know if you can see that. And then looks good for like a maybe like a notebook or something you could put in here. That's what I would put in that. Oh, I think I just broke the. No, it still works. Sweet. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Excellent, nice bag. Okay. I don't know exactly what this is. I guess it's like a overnight bag or a little baggy thing. Or you could put like your pipes and stuff in here or like makeup maybe. That's what I guess for that. What is this? A putt and pour. I guess you put your beer in this. It's for people who are going golfing. That's funny. Cool. All right. What else we got here? This is pretty cute. I don't know what this what's for exactly. It's got like a circular bottom. As you guys can tell, I'm really out of my element with this stuff. I have no idea what these bags are for exactly, but I'm gonna keep going because I like these. They're really nice. This is a nice bag too. PawPaw's closet. Lots of space in here too. You could put lots of different stuff. Man, I feel like that's why dudes started wearing purses now, or man purses or whatever, because there's so much more space in them. Like a wallet has so little space. You can't even put like your chapstick and different items and stuff. So now everybody has like their purses and shit. What is going on here? No way. This is my old. Oh my god, I gotta give this to Maddie. This was my old Mickey. It's a little fanny pack. Oh my god, it's so cute. I'm keeping that for sure. And then you got this bag. It looks like it looks kind of like for makeup and stuff too. Oh, what's going on here? It's like a purse of some sort. Yeah, there you go. That's kind of shit. The zipper still works on it. I think it's like a fake designer type purse. That's what this is. Cool. Oh, another little fanny pack. It says Gold Leon in it. I don't know what that means. What Gold Leon is. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, Liz Claiborne or whatever. Again. So you got lots of space in it. There's a strap all the way in here, but they shoved it in, but here's the strap. There you go. Okay. Another wallet. This one says Picaro. That's pretty cool. I like this kind of one. If I had a women's purse, it would probably be this kind because it has so much space. And then you can leave all your coins in here, even though we don't really need coins these days. See what else we got. Oh, glacier gear. So you could use this and put like and keep ice packs and things in this. That's okay. Not that I really need that, but that's pretty cool. Okay, we got this gold bag. Nice gold bag here. It's pretty sweet. Anybody out there? Okay, we got this as well. I don't really know. Let's see, what kind is it? Pretty nice too. It is a TM something leather art. Something leather art. Oh, still in the bag. This one's pretty cool. Dorano's Leather Company. It's still in the bag. You want a better look at it? It's pretty nice. It's fresh, very fresh. You still smell the leather on it. Yeah, really big bag too. Lots of space. Cool. All right. Yeah, this is nice. Cool. Let's see. Wow, just a random flashlights. Maybe I'll give one to my mom because she's been so worried. Obviously, they don't work, but yeah, flashlights, random flashlights. We got a pink bag here. I don't really know much about this one. And then finally, our final one. Probably should have left a nicer one for this, but it is a black one here. It's got a big one here. I don't know exactly what you would put in this. Yeah. So that, wow, so many sweet things. I don't really know much about purses, but anybody out there feeling like they want a new purse, let me know. Get personal. Woo. Okay. That was actually enjoyable. I've never looked at purses so much in my entire life. So just going through and looking at them and kind of like seeing what that's like and kind of what the point of them is, I guess, is something to learn. I actually never really saw how much space that there really was in them, you know? But it makes sense. Usually any of my partners previously, they always just like had so much stuff in them, you know? So it's like, why wouldn't they have so much great stuff, you know? So yeah. Okay, so let's see. I honestly think that one of the things that I want to do right now is I want to do an early version of Punfucius Say. My nose is so runny today. I guess because I was outside so much. So I'm going to do an early edition of Punfucius Say, and then I'm going to share a story with you guys after that. So here we go. Here we go. Okay, paying money. Oh, yeah. So this was when the movie American Hustle came out. Paying money for that movie was the ultimate American hustle, Punfucius Say. Punfucius Say, analysis of poor news coverage is mediocrity. Mediocrity. It's like media. Oh, yeah. Anyways. Fireworks are such a blast. That one, I like that one. Some of these I think I might have said previously. I don't remember, but they're still, these ones are so good. The fat dad is an unfit parent. Oh, that one's so good. This is one of my classic stage ones. Punfucius Say, the star of Legally Blonde, ate a peanut butter cup with utensil. She ate a Reese Witherspoon. Yo, that one's like a banger. My stoner bud got smoked driving in a zigzag. Oh, that one's good. Horny pigs get a ham job. Oh, that one's funny. The baker's parents were related. He was inbred. I think that was really funny though. The fat cow wore a moo-moo. All right. When I shit my pants, you could depends on me. That one's funny. Beethoven's house was not for sale. It was for Elise. Oh, yo, I think I did too much with this one. So I had it where it was just like Beethoven's house was not for sale. It was for lease. But then I tried to do fur like Beethoven because of the movie Beethoven, like the dog, and then Elise like the song. and then lease like the house. So it was like 3 puns in the same one. It's like such a headache. So that one was, yeah, that one's a lot. All right. Crying from losing at video games, Ubisoft. I love that one. I won the baking competition. It was a piece of cake. All right. The fisherman got a partial refund. It was a rebate. That's not bad. Ooh, the sexiest side dish is rice peel off. Oh, okay. This one's like a whole scene. Just like imagine you guys are, myself and you are stuck in a basement, and then someone was beating us trying to get information from us. And then it says, Punfucius Say, I would help you escape, but my hands are tied. That was good. The napping cop was undercovers. That one's nice. Excited to invest money until I lost interest. Yeah. When Frogger parks, he gets towed. Okay. I got we'll do one last one. All right. Punfucius Say, the superheroes going through garbage are the Avengers. The scavengers. And it just shows the Avengers in a huge dumpster, some of them posing for pics, others eating garbage. What? This is another one of those like ones where I had the visual of it in there. That one's so ridiculous. Oh man, cool. Yes, so I also wanted to tell you guys the Raptor season is back tomorrow. I'm super hyped about that. And 1 year ago today, I went to the Raptors game, actually with Jen, and we went to yeah, it was like the classic seats. Her dad has like seats, and I always buy like random ones. Even after we broke up, like in 2017, I still was buying tickets off of her dad because there was such a good deal. And he has like a seasons pass too, and they're just like, it's such a sweet thing. And he was always contacting me for it. It was great. But last year we went to the it was against the Mavericks. I think it was, yeah. And they were down by 30 points in the third quarter, which is I've never seen. I literally said to her, I was like, I've never seen them down by so much in my entire life. And then they came all the way back, stormed back all the way up until so Kyle Lowry scored 20 points in the actual final fourth quarter. I was just like, we were ecstatic. Like when they hit the last shots, we like couldn't even believe it. We're like, what the fuck just happened? That was crazy. But I miss that so much. You know, I miss the Raptors. I miss like going to their games. I miss like the hustle and bustle of downtown. From the games that I've gone to, I've brought like multiple of the kids that I take care of, which was so nice to be able to bring them, and they were hyped. And then I also brought like some of my partners. It was just like the best, you know, like just being able to like bring another person. Some of my best friends, I brought them to go to the game with me as well. It was just so nice to be able to be like, hey, I don't want you to give me any money. I just want you to come with me and let's go and enjoy this game. One time I did bring Annie as well too. And after the game, we were on our way home, and then we ended up going to the Real Jerk that's on the East End there. And when we were there, we were hanging out. We were so happy. The game was so good. They came up back and won the game. And then they ended up giving us like extra patties because it was the end of the night. And we felt bad because we were like, oh, it's like 15 minutes till closing. But they're like, no problem. Like, it's all good. Come in. And then they also gave us extra patties on top of it, which was like so good. I was like, what the hell? But yeah. And then after the 30-point comeback, we ended up going to Fresh. I don't know if any of you guys have gone to Fresh. Oh my God. I need to go back there soon. It's so good. There's this one dish where they have like these crispy tofu, and then it's like with the rice, and then they're just have all these beautiful spices. Oh, so good. And I don't really like vegetarian food all the time that much, but this is like vegan, gluten-free. It's like just like so good. And but yeah, one of the things I wanted to tell you guys about though, it was I'm actually going to be doing a storytelling show in a couple weeks. It's going to be at the beginning of, oh yeah, that reminds me, I have to apply for it, the time slot. So Steam Whistle and the Toronto Fringe are doing like a, I guess like a partnership, and then they're getting storytellers to go in. And the reason storytellers is because obviously like stand-up comedians is a little bit more risk. Storytellers, they're just like, oh, they're going to just tell a story. It's a personal story. You have to tell them what story it is, and then they stick to it. And then they just want one performer usually at a time. So I'm going to go in and I have a story that I was going to tell. So I'm going to work through that story, share a little bit about it. I think may have shared it previously, but it was really valuable and such an amazing experience. And it actually has to do with what I mentioned earlier, was breaking up with Jen. And then it was the summer after. So we broke up in August of 2017. And then it was the summer of the 2018. So I was like so emotional still at that point. I actually started seeing somebody else, and we had broken up at that time as well. And I just like couldn't stop thinking about my partners and the people that I was like connected with, or wishing that I would, somebody. It felt like, it just felt so lonely at that time, right? And every single weekend I was doing a wedding, or I was hustling and selling buttons somewhere. And I ended up actually meeting somebody named Kat, and she was our neighbor for the Leaside Flea, and or Leslieville Flea, same thing. And so she's like, hey, why don't you actually come to Hillside with me? And we, on the first day that we met, it was so funny because she had a booth, and then she had like a bin of buttons, and they were all vintage buttons. She would buy them, and then people would buy them for like $2 to $5, right? Like old vintage buttons. And then I had only buttons. That was like what I was selling, right? So buttons, magnets, and books, and custom, like people can make the button on the spot as well too. So when she saw that, she was like, hey, I got a Hillside booth. I'll ask them to see if you're able to come with me to that. So like after the whole summer of just like giving so much of myself, for some reason I felt like, yes, I want to do this for other people, but I knew that I needed to go to this festival, and I was so excited about that, right? And the girl that I actually was seeing at the time also was supposed to go to Hillside at that time, and then she ended up not being able to go because she had to go home to like the last minute. She had to go back home to her hometown because one of her family members was really sick. And I totally understood, and it was totally cool. And then also my partner that Jen, who I started the Be Awesome shop. Well, she started the Be Awesome shop. We started working on it for a couple of years together. And then I ended up going to this festival. It was crazy. I go to this festival, and it was like everything that I'm just talking about Hillside when I went to that festival. So yeah, it was this crazy like situation where I'm like, okay, I'm going to this festival. I have to like figure out exactly like what it is that I want to get out of this festival, because I can't just show up at this festival and then just like press buttons for other people and then just feel drained, right? Because I was feeling drained the entire summer already. So I was like, what do I want from this? I want it to feel like I'm opening myself up here. I want to feel like I'm able to actually like be so present and just enjoy my time, right? I don't want to just feel like I'm giving it to everybody else. And then so what ends up happening is I set up my booth, and it's like literally the perfect spot. It's right on the corner, right when you come into where everybody's selling their stuff. The first booth that you see is me, big smiling face, the Be Awesome shop, like the actual sign that's there. And then I'm there with 2 button makers, and then just like so many books, crates of books. You could walk up, and then this is at a festival, right? So imagine a music festival, and you see some dude with like a vest that has like hundreds of buttons on them. And then people are coming up, and they're just like, what do you do here? I'm like, you make a button, and it's all pay whatever you want. All pay what you can. There's no specific amount that you have to give to me. Most people giving quarters, loonies, toonies. Some people throwing 5s in there. Like some people just left their kids there and were just pressing buttons for hours. There's these 2 kids that came up, and they ended up coming all 3 days. So it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All 3 days, they just came back. They would go and off with their parents for a little bit, always come back. And their parents were like, oh, I lost my kid or whatever. I was like, oh, he's over here or whatever. Like they would just come and hang out. And then it was amazing to be able to see the way in which people were interacting with their creativity. I think a lot of the people that were coming out, they didn't actually connect to their creative side. And that's what I loved about the Be Awesome shop. The concept of like making buttons is such a first, like an easy step forward, right? You're looking through the books and you're like, I like this. I want to make it into a button. Then you press it into a button and you're just like, yes, this works out really nice, right? I just picked up this button and it says, they know, they can never be wacky. That's what it says. They can never be wacky. Perfect. Perfect for right now. And so, yeah, so they were actually doing their best to just like be creative, hang out, have some fun with me. And then what ends up happening is that I'm just having a blast, but I'm also feeling like I just keep giving so much of myself. So I decided that I needed to like take a little bit of break. So these two kids that were there, they're both like 11 years old or whatever, around 10 or 11. I say to them, I'm like, hey, how do you guys feel about taking over the booth for me? I need to go to the washroom and just take a little bit of a walk. Mind you, like, I didn't know what was going to happen, but I was like, I trust these kids, like, so I ended up, they were like, yeah, that sounds great. So I like went around the corner just for a second, just listened to them for a bit. They were so cute. They just started I was like, here, take my vest, put this on, whatever. One of the kids started talking like me. He started talking about like me. He was just like, hey, what do you got over there? Oh, that's pretty cool. Why don't you come over here? I got your back. Like just shit that I was saying, right? And I was just like, oh my God, this is so cute. So they're just like helping people press the buttons. They knew exactly what to do. I went for a walk or whatever. I ran into like some of the people that like, it was really awesome. I don't remember the Montreal school, what you're talking about. But yes, I definitely was so hyped about these kids. And then so I ended up going off. People were just giving me stuff. They saw me with my other button vest and they're just like, you're the button guy. And they're just giving me free stuff, free food, free drinks. One of my friends came over and gave me like chocolate dipped strawberries. I had another friend's, they brought me like food for multiple of the days. It was just like the best, like the Indian tacos. That's what they gave me. So it was so dope. Like everybody was so nice. And then it was like the end of the weekend and it was like, I felt so drained. You looked there and we're looking for the answer key. Oh, yeah. Whatever. Who cares? But yes, kids definitely try to take advantage of my kindness, but whatever. These kids did not. They actually helped me and I needed it. I was just burnt out, right? And so after 3 days of this, every day I was just like so in this, whatever. The second day, actually, there was like a huge party. And it was awesome to be able to go around. I had my buttons as well. And I was going around giving people buttons. And then they'd be like, what does this mean? So I would just guess. I'm like, do you mind if I guess? And I just guessed. And then multiple times they looked at me like I was like some type of like prophet. Like some type of like, holy shit, you like read my like life with these buttons. And I was like dying laughing because it was just random like pics of it, right? So, but at the end of the whole weekend, this is the part that was so interesting. So I was like so tired, but also like felt amazing being able to give back obviously so much, but I needed a little bit of time for myself, right? So I was in my booth and I was sitting there after the whole weekend was over and just feeling like obviously so much love from all these people, but not the same. Like I had this partner that was supposed to like come and like hang out, but she had to like go back home because her family was like going through certain things. My ex felt like she was there, like Jen felt like she was there, but she wasn't. This business we started, but she wasn't there anymore. I felt like this overwhelming sense of like loneliness. And I just felt like I like was sitting there and nobody was at the booth anymore. And it was around like 9 p.m. the last night, the Sunday. And I was just like feeling like just so like, I guess drained, the whole summer was just like crazy. And then out of nowhere, the people who were next door to me, they just kept like coming by before. And then they asked me if I could help them press a couple buttons. And then they came up to me after like the whole day was 9 o'clock. They actually said to me, wow, it looks like your booth isn't as busy right now. We thought that we wanted to give you this amazing gift. And then they walk up and then they gave me this necklace. So this necklace, actually, if you look really closely, I don't know if you guys can see this. Can you see what that says? You can't really see what that says. But it says "Be Awesome" on it. So I have this like this necklace that they gave to me, this like silver necklace that they gave to me, and it says "Be Awesome" on it. And then they handed it to me and they gave me a big hug. and I just started fucking crying. Just like crying so hard like a baby. Like just like it was so beautiful. Like as all of the stresses, all of the work and everything, just to be acknowledged for like what it like they told me too. They were just like, you know, just seeing how much you're giving to other people, like you're not charging them anything specific. The open flow of like what it is that you're doing, that's what festivals are about. That's what art is about. And they're like jewelry makers and stuff like that. So this was like a custom item that they wrote with Be Awesome. So it was just like so magical that moment. I'm just crying and I was like, oh my God. And they're like, oh, like, and they're hugging me and they're like, we have to like keep packing, but like, we just want to say thank you, stay in touch and that kind of stuff. And then they go back to their booth, they're packing it all up. The person, my friend, Kat, who invited me to the festival, she runs up to me. She's wearing a cowboy hat at this point. She has a couple drinks in her hands, you know, and she's just like partying it up, having the best time. And then she looks at me and she's like, oh my God, are you okay? And then I'm like, yeah, I just like feeling so emotional right now, you know, just like so many things going on right now, like just like my life, just so many things. And I'm just so grateful to be here. And like, I feel so lucky that I like my effort and my work this summer has like been acknowledged. And I just like feel so great, like that I'm able to be here. And then she looks like kind of like there, she's puts her arms around like around my shoulders and she's like so sweet. And then she like tips her hat back and she has tears running down her face and she's like, I've been crying for like 2 days straight. Like she's like, there's something about festivals that like they just pull out all these emotions. They're like such a culmination of like all the hard work that you're doing. You're being celebrated so presently. And then so she grabs my hand and she pulls me out to like where the headliners are playing. And we're just dancing away and just like loving life. And it's just this beautiful scene. All of these people, we go push all the way to the front of the stage. Everybody's there. And it was just like so hype. And then I probably stay there for 3 songs or something like that. And my booth is empty right now. Nobody's there. And then after 3 songs, I go back to the booth and I look in and I see like all my stuff that's set up, all my books, everything is there still. I like obviously hid my money and that kind of stuff in my tent before I went out or whatever. And then I look over and the whole there's like multiple people who are looking through books and they're already ready and they were just like they didn't even right when I sat down or whatever, they weren't like, oh, where were you or any of that kind of stuff. They were just like, hi, and then they just like kept looking through the books and stuff. And then right when they were clearing up, all of the headliner was finishing and that kind of stuff, all of these people were coming in. They're like, hey, before we get out of here, we just wanted to like make one last button. Hey, want to say thank you. And they're just putting more quarters and dollar bills and things like that in there. It was just this beautiful like scene of just like hustle and bustle craziness. I got all my emotions out and I was just on point. Everything was just so nice. Make sure you contact us. Check this out. You know, like it felt like this beautiful like next stage of like my connection to the Be Awesome. And then after that, oh man, it was so beautiful, so good. The night is ending. Both nights that this was like the 3rd night, right? So both nights that I stayed over there, I stayed in my tent and it was like super wet and it was like shit. So my friend Kat was like, hey, why don't you stay in the trailer with us tonight? Your stuff seems like wet and that kind of stuff because it rained. And then I was like, oh, that sounds amazing. So I was able to actually crash they had like a trailer that had like 3 different beds. So there was 3 other people sharing 2 beds, and then I had like the small one that was near the driver's seat. Amazing, right? So we get up there, and then I'm putting all my stuff in, getting all ready, putting my bed out and stuff like that. And then Kat has this amazing bike. It's like a lowrider bike, and it like has this beautiful seat. And she's like, hey, why don't you just ride that over? You said you were gonna shower, and I was just like, yeah, I was gonna shower. I was gonna do my full like weekend shower. I didn't shower the entire festival, right? So Friday, before I left on the Friday, I showered in the morning, I believe, and then I didn't till the Sunday. So it was like 3 days of stink on me, right? I didn't care. We were in festival mode, and then so I ended up going like on this bike all the way up this hill, right? You have to go all the way up this hill to get to the showers. on my way to the showers, I have my backpack with all of this different stuff or whatever. On my way to the showers, one of the people who worked there was like, "Hey, why are you going up to the showers? Do you have a quarter or whatever?" It's like 3 in the morning or something. And I was like, "Oh, I don't. What do I need quarters for?" She's like, "Well, they're actually paid showers. So if you don't have a quarter, you won't actually be able to start the water." And I was like, "Oh my fucking like." And it was crazy because the weekend I made over $1,500, and I'm like trying to look in my pockets to see if I have one quarter. One quarter. I probably had over 1,000 quarters in there. Like so many people gave quarters, right? And so I was like, oh, whatever. Like I'm just gonna go up there. Maybe somebody dropped a quarter or whatever. I don't know. I just felt like it, right? I knew I was like halfway already up this hill. So I'm like biking up this hill, and I finally get to these showers, and I put all my stuff down. And like the first one I went into, I don't know what it was. I just felt like this is the right one. I go in there and I put all my stuff down, and then I look at the showers, and it's just this big, beautiful, like, you know, like powerful shower. And then there was a quarter inside the machine. And I was like, oh my God, there's this quarter. And I'm like trying to like dig my finger in there. It's too big. I'm like shaking it to try and like get it so that it would fall. It wouldn't. And then it hits me. It hits me. I knew exactly what it is that I needed. What do you guys think it was? A button, guys. The button, the pin, the little like thing. I ended up just like pressing it into the machine, and then the quarter drops, and then the shower just like the most powerful shower I've ever experienced. It was super intense in like the best way, and it just washed off all of this shit off of me, you know, like all these worries about like the partner that I thought I was with, but I wasn't really, because she was like polyamorous, and I was supposed to be polyamorous, but I wasn't. Wash that off of me, you know, like her not being able to come to Hillside as she'd promised. Washing that off all over me, you know, like being able to like you know, my ex Jen, who was like my previous partner who I started Be Awesome with, and like all these worries of like what she's doing on, wash that all off of me, you know, like all of this just like constant giving to other people and not thinking about myself, wash it all over off of me, you know. And it was just the most like powerful thing at that moment. That's exactly what I needed to just like purify all of this, like, you know, limiting beliefs that I had, you know, like this not believing in myself and not believing in my path. Like the amount of people that I influenced that weekend is like, that's forever, you know, like that to me means everything, you know. So I'm just so grateful for that. And then so I rode the bike ride up was so fucking challenging, right? But this was around like 3-4 in the morning. So by the time I was done my shower, it was probably like 4:30 or something like that. And then so I was like getting out of the shower, I got on the bike, and man, it was like the most beautiful ride down the side of the hillside, right? Down there. I look up, and the sun was just starting to rise at that moment, and the rays of the sun was just hitting my face, and it was just like just so giving and so caring, and just like, oh wow, it just meant everything to be able to have that. And then so as I like was riding off like back to the camp where I was staying, into the trailer, it just, I was on my right path, you know, everything was laid out so perfectly, and it just made me feel so whole. It made me feel like I was like connected to my path, my dharma, you know, like I was doing exactly what I was supposed to be doing, building a bridge for other people to connect to art. That to me is like what my life's goals are, helping people see how much healing happens when you connect to art. That's what my life is supposed to be for, you know. So all of this effort and work that I had given, like trying to, you know, think about all these partners or things like that, that's not what it's about. I had so much like reassurance at that time, and like the amount of people who were gifting me things and loving and like just telling me constantly like I can't believe how hard you're working. I'm like, I'm not even working, it feels like I'm just doing what I'm supposed to be doing, you know. So I just feel so grateful for that day, and it just like helped me just feel more comfortable with moving forward as myself. So yeah, that has been my story, and wow, I went over way over time today. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. It has been an awesome day to be able to share my story, and hope you guys enjoyed. Oh, Maggie, I forgot to tell you. I was showing people your tapes. Did you want to keep these tapes? I wasn't giving them away. I was just asking if I was just showing them because I was so excited about them. Do you want me to keep all these? The best one, by the way. Mulan. Yeah, I could keep these like for sure. They're at grandma's. Yeah, they're all here at grandma's. So I'll keep these ones. And for whenever you come back, we could watch them on a VCR. It's getting blurry a bit for some reason, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you guys tomorrow. So thank you so much for coming out. And yeah, I'm just really grateful to be able to share my stories, and no problem. And be able to just give lots of love like this, and to be able to philosophize with you. So I hope you have a wonderful night, and I shall see you guys tomorrow for the 23rd episode. I can't even believe it. 23 episodes, guys. We're going to be all the way till the 25th. You're going to spend Christmas with me, hopefully. So I shall see you guys very soon. So love you guys. Peace out. Bye. Bye.